Hello everybody, this is episode 4 of the Aston Villa FM save, and today we're going to play this Brighton game, this Arsenal game and the Feyenoord game, and we're just going to quickly go through the results of the games that I've played on live and show you this slight tweak in the tactic that we've made. The reason that we're doing a slight tweak of the tactic, because we have played this Genk game, this Bournemouth game, this Leeds game, this Olympic Lyon game and this Wolves game, where we have drew 4 games against teams that this game should have been a win, this game should have been a win, and this game should have definitely been a win. And then this Olympic Lyon game, it was 2 goals up, and we ended up throwing it away like in the 67th and the 82nd minute. The stats, as you can see, are mostly in our favour as well. As I mentioned in the other videos, I am a little bit ill. And also, if you enjoy this type of content, please make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and even turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. So, the tweak in the tactic is ever so slight tweak. We've just dropped Morgan Rogers and Daniel Marlon back. We've changed the mentality to attacking because every time we're on positive, we tend to get a draw. And if we look in the team instructions, we've dropped the tempo back, so because it was on higher and we was on positive, but because we made it attacking, we're going to put it to standard. Hopefully that's enough to hopefully secure some wins, but we'll have to wait and see. Marlon isn't the greatest here, but when we changed it for the Wolves game, he actually managed to get a goal. So I am going to leave him in this right mid position, even though he's not too great into it. Maybe we can use McGinn. Maybe we can use Sancho. But I think for now, we are going to stick with, where is he? Daniel Marlon in this position. Again with Matty Cash, I'm a little bit unsure. He is wanted by Crystal Palace. His values with 31 to 34 million. Could be someone that we look to cash in on because he's not had like the greatest average rating. He's still always like a solid player. Emiliano Martinez, I was talking about this to my cousin who also has YouTube and Twitch, and I said Martinez is 33, his value is 40 to 44 million, and he has I think it's active interest by Newcastle. So when the window opens, that's something to consider, and then we could replace him. A suggestion that my cousin actually made was the signing of Diogo Costa from Porto, who would probably have to get in instalments if we wanted him. 38 to 60 million, it depends if they want towards the 60 million. But he is wanted by Newcastle as well, and it is active interest, so we'd need Newcastle to be more interested in Martinez. So now that we've got that out of the way, we're going to go straight into this match, and then we'll come back at the next match, we'll cut again and come back to the next match, and that'll be it for this video. And then the next video, we'll just do the quick run through that we always do. We'll come back and we'll play this United, Chelsea and Arsenal game for the next episode, and then for the episode after that, it'll be going through transfers and we'll be playing this Newcastle game. So we will be simming 1, 2, 3. We'll play in 4 games on the Twitch. So if you want to check that out, that's Caden MCFC1 on Twitch. Then these games are all going to be played on the Twitch because I'm not interested in showing it. And then we'll play these 3 games for the episode after that. We'll then come back and we'll play this Tottenham game. Then the last 2 games of the season, we'll be playing these Liverpool and City games. And I'll play this off camera, this Burnley game. So that's the season panned out. The only way that things would change is if we get through the Europa League. And we'll actually take a look at the Europa League at the minute. We currently sit in 5th, which means it's likely to change the episodes. So we'll go through the run through when we get the fixtures of the Europa League. But for now, that is the plan. So let's get into this game and see how we do against Brighton with the slight tactic change. Also, like I've said in previous episodes, if you ever have any suggestions, any questions, anything like that, just pop them in the comments. As soon as I see them, I will respond to them, or I will mention it in a video. But I am intrigued to see if anyone's actually following along with the series, and if they have literally anything they'd want to know about it. Usually the videos and the Twitch happen before like 5 o'clock. So the videos are usually uploaded at 8:30, and the Twitch can happen like anywhere during the day. Any day really, unless I'm in college, then it'd be after college or before college or something. But for now, we are going to get into this game, into commentating. And we do start with a highlight here, and it's Morgan Rogers has been fouled by Reed. Actually, don't think I know who this Reed is. Let's check who it is. Oh, I think I've seen him before, but I don't know exactly who he is. 19 years old, actually looks like a decent prospect. Marlon to Gesand. Gesand crosses it. It's Morgan Rogers to Matsine. Kamara back to Matsine. Rogers puts the ball in. It's cleared. Marlon picks it up. Cash puts the ball in. It's cleared again. We're getting the opportunities, but we can't put it away. Gesand hits the post and then it's just missed. Brighton probably got away with that. We should be doing better there. If I remember, I will either in the description or the comments tag my cousin's YouTube and Twitch channel if you do want to check him out, because he does FM content, he does Siege content, and he's going to be doing other games. I think Minecraft's going to be on there at some point. Sort of similar to me, but I won't be doing the Siege, because I don't play Siege. I think currently he is doing a challenge on Siege where he goes from the bottom to the top level. So if you are interested in Siege, always check that out. But my content's mainly going to be Football Manager, maybe on my wrestling account some Journey Wrestling. I've still not uploaded on there, but I do intend of uploading on there. Also, Minecraft, when my cousin's got that. Some FM versus with my cousin. I think we're going to start a joint channel where we're going to upload videos where we go against each other with both of our perspectives. So Morgan Rogers to Ollie Watkins, Gesand. Boubacar Kamara crosses it to Daniel Marlon. Marlon shoots, but it's saved. Ian Matson crosses it in. And it is a free kick for Brighton. It's now Gruder to Reed. Back to Gruder. Wifer. Gesand tries to tackle it, but it's a ball into Matoma. It's cleared. It's a shot. I think it just goes... It hits the side net, it just said. So, early on, we do have most of the stats in our favour. However, it's still 0-0, which is an issue because we've drew most of our games 0-0. Cash to Marlon, Gesand, through to Ollie Watkins. He should be scoring or at least hitting the target with that one. We win it back now. Onana to Gesand. Not troubling the keeper. A lot of our players are getting tired early into matches because of the Europa League fixtures, which isn't great. However, if we can manage to maintain the Europa League run of form and try and improve our Premier League form, we'd be doing so much better. I think the fitness is a big issue for us at the moment. So rotating might have to be the way for most games. Cash gives it Marlon. Cash to Guessand. Cash, Marlon. It's blocked. Milner takes the ball off Cash and Matoma boots it to Reed. Reed down the line to Gruden to Milner. And then the highlight disappears when Ruta gets the ball. This seems to be the pattern of the games though. We take the stats and then either we end up drawing or we end up winning, or even losing. It's mainly drawing though, which, there we go, 1-0 to Brighton. Drawing is better than losing, but it still isn't great, because they want us to finish at least mid-table. We are there at the minute, but we need to really be getting into Europe if we can. And if we don't get into Europe through the league, then we're probably going to have to win the Europa League, which is no easy task. Watkins, Guessand, Rogers to Kamara. Marlon with a great header. Even though Marlon has a worse star ability in this position, he has picked 2 goals up from 2 games from that position. And nothing changes when it comes from instructions. He's still crossing from the byline. He's still roaming from position. So it tells me that it still works despite him not being as good in that position. Saved by Martinez. Didn't seem to trouble him. Looks like we're going to be half time, 1-1. 14 seconds till the end, and we do have a highlight. Potentially. No, it's half time. I think rotating now is important. Hoping to keep this video shorter than the last video, but I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do that. Conser can play right back, which is good. And then Lindelof can go in there. Kamara can come out for Barkley. Then Onana can come out. No, we can't. We do not have a backup CDM. Marlon can come out for Sancho. And that'll be the changes for that first half. 4 changes. I think that's the most we made at half time in the save. Apart from in the live streams where I think I did 5 in one. I think it was a Europa League game and we had a lot of tired people because of the schedule. Gruder is brought down and Digne is going to get a warning after just coming onto the pitch. I think we're going to have to rest Onana in the next game. I think we got Arsenal next, to be fair. So we might have to play him. Or I try and find a way to get him off now. It's an own goal. I think it was Morgan Rogers who hits it off Jan Paul van Heck. Oh, I skipped it. Sorry if you wanted to check that out. I keep doing it. I keep saying I'm going to let you watch the goals and then I just skip it. If you do want to go back and watch a goal, you can. I need to try and find a way to get Onana off the pitch. I think that's the way. There we go. That means I can arrest Onana, and I think we do have Brighton next, so that's good. Glad that we have taken the lead here, but we don't want for that to stop. The ball is lost, and it's now with Jorginho Gruda. Ruta shoots, and I think it's saved. I don't know if there's a block before it, but it looked like there was a little bit of a block. Carry Matoma now to Milner, back to Matoma. Lewis Dunk, 30 Kadioglu. Reed. Gruda. One back by Luca Digne. Now we're going to try and start a counter-attack with Digne. Into Morgan Rogers. Through to Ollie Watkins, and it's blocked, and it's an Aston Villa corner here. We need to keep piling on the pressure to try and get a 2-goal gap here, and I think that pretty much would seal the game if we was to get another goal. Matoma still has it. It's Ruta Milner. 2-2. Hate James Milner, me. The stats are looking fairly even now. So maybe it is deserved that it's a draw at the minute. But we are trying to push for a goal there. It's Consul. Lost by Guessand. Brighton are going to try and get it into an attack themselves. Luca Digne fouls Gruda. And it's going to be a yellow card for Digne. A lot of highlights in this match. Trying to avoid another draw here, Guessand. Mings, Rogers, Digne, back to Morgan Rogers, through to Luca Digne, across to Ross Barkley. Jadon Sancho shoots, but he doesn't get anywhere near the target. Verbruggen kicks it to Ferdi Kadioglu. He cuts it back for Baleba, back to Kadioglu. Karim Matoma, one back by Rogers. We're playing some good football when we do have the ball. Ollie Watkins is brought down, and that is going to be a yellow card for Van Heck. Morgan Rogers is brought down. I don't know if I got it in before, but Digne's got a free kick. Almost scores, it goes just over the bar. Oh, I think it hits the side net, and it said. Dunk to Kadioglu, Ruta, Matoma, to Goncalo Ramos, Reed, Gruda. Digne wins it back for us and gives it Morgan Rogers. Ross Barkley, Pau Torres. Guessand's brought down by Dunk. So warning for Dunk, and it's a free kick for Barkley. Sancho, Rogers, Digne, Sancho, Barkley, Mings. Fast-paced football here. Matoma's going to go on the break now for Brighton, as they've won it back, but we win it back with Torres. Barkley to Sancho, over the top for Guessand, but it's reached by Kadioglu. Verbruggen to Dunk, back to Verbruggen. One back now for Villa. Very fast paced. Rogers to Barkley. To Konsa. Sancho to Barkley. And it's in by Morgan Rogers. It's getting checked, and I don't know why. Disallowed. I am going to do a little replay on my own because I got robbed of a goal on a 1v1 that I did with my cousin. Where's the offside there? Wait. I missed it. I couldn't even end up finding it, so we are back into it now. We've gone very attacking, a couple minutes left. I'm wondering if that was offside. I will put it in. I'll probably leave a text saying whether I think it's offside or not. But that doesn't really matter. Almost a goal by Brighton. Torres wins it back. Less than 2 minutes to go, and Brighton have it. It's out for a corner. Could be the last attack. And it's with Hinshelwood. Crosses it in, it's cleared. Gruder picks it up. Block save by Martinez. 20 seconds to go. Hinshelwood taking his time. We're going to get another draw, aren't we? Tries to play for a penalty, I think, there. Nothing comes of it. Another draw. I don't think there's much more we could have done. Right, we're going to cut it. And we'll be back. Okay, so we're back now. And I've got an update. Andres Garcia, our backup right back, is injured for 3 to 7 weeks, which means what we did in the last game against Brighton, where we put Conser as right back as the backup option because we don't have a backup right back. We're going to have to do that if Cash was to get injured or was to get fatigued in this match. So Conser's the backup and the starter, essentially. We're playing Sargent over Guessand. Where is he? There. Because he's not fully fit and seems though against Arsenal. I think we're going to bring him on in the second half for either Sargent or Watkins. And that just makes more sense then. I'm just looking at the players that are wanted and what teams they're wanted by. Seeing maybe we could sell Onana to Al Ali or to try and get the money from Saudi, or we could move on Cash to Palace or even Martinez to Newcastle, and that's something to look into. And when we have the episode, I think it's 2 episodes time, when we have the transfer window, I could be looking to move some of these players on, could be looking to bring some more players in. If you do remember, we have 17 million in the bank that we could spend. So if you are interested in this series, then always check that out. Sorry if the mic has been quiet, it wasn't close to me like it usually is, but I've got it closer now. So let's get into it. That is the team. Sorry if there is any noise in the background, it's just my next door neighbours. They work on the truck and run it all the time. Hopefully the mic doesn't pick it up, but we will get into this game, even if it does pick it up. Looks like we are going to have a highlight early on, but it's going to be for Arsenal. Leandro Trossard is fouled early on by Cash and he gets a yellow. That isn't great. As I've just mentioned, Conster's our only backup and he's our starting centre-back. Josh Sargent is through and he scores. That is interesting. This is one of his first starts in the league as well. And he has scored to take the lead versus Arsenal. And that could be something that we look for. Do we keep playing Sargent over Guessand, or do we place Guessand? Obviously, it's going to be Guessand for now, but I think Sargent can overtake him. But it's a great start for us. 5 minutes in, Arsenal do look like they're going for a quick equaliser. Sargent's for again. Marlon shoots and it's just over the bar. Sorry for the coughing and I'm struggling to speak, it's just that mill, but I'm going to get the video out because I missed one yesterday. Okay, I am just going to pause. I'm going to cut the video, and when it's back, I'll be back with a drink just because I'm struggling to speak at the minute. And then when I'm back, hopefully it's all sorted. I'm going to cut it now and I'll be back. Okay, I've just got a drink. I feel a little bit better. Let's hopefully keep on to this lead. But Arsenal are really good on this game, so I'm not going to count on it. The stats do favour us quite a lot with pretty much everything. Gyökeres should probably be scoring. That's quite a good chance that he's had to score. Watkins nearly gets onto the end of that ball, but it's going to be claimed by Raya. Mikel Merino into Bukayo Saka. Cuts it across for Mikel Merino. It's a great goal. I think there's a little bit of a deflection in there. We'll see it in the replay. I haven't clicked skip this time. So Saka cuts it on the edge of the box. The volley's hit. And I think there is a bit of a deflection, yeah, but it does count as Merino's goal. And it's back to level terms. Another highlight here. It's David Raya into Miles Lewis-Skelly. Trossard. Mikel Merino. Tackled by Amadou Onana. Through to Josh Sargent. Sargent back to Marlon. Across to Boubacar Kamara. It's saved by David Raya. Console. Don't lead anywhere. Sargent to Marlon. One back by Skelly. Gabriel to Trossard. Lewis-Skelly into Trossard. Back to Skelly. Through to Merino. One back by Onana. It's been given a free kick as a tug on his shirt apparently. And Onana will get the booking. It's a little bit harsh, I think. Remove, get stuck in. Players are already tired, which isn't great. Guess I might have to come on for Watkins. Onana's going to have to come off. Cleared. We're going to go on attack with Josh Sargent. Cuts it across it. I think it was Kamara with the shot, but it's just missed. Ian Maatson. Oh, I've just fought for the... Oh, save. For the defensive midfielder spot, we can always put Maatson in DM because he can play there as well. But he's tired as well, which isn't ideal. Rodgers is definitely going to have to come off. At half time, Watkins loses it to... Oh, God. It's now Bukayo Saka, tackled by Onana. Maatson tries to keep it in. This is where the issue starts. Says Harvey Elliott can come into the DM spot. And then it says it's half star. I think we're going to do that. But we haven't solved the maths. Oh, we could put in here actually. Watkins for Gesson and Rogers for Sancho. Oh no, Rogers is going to have to come off. Which means Ollie Watkins is going to undo that last one. And then Morgan Rogers comes out for Sancho, and then that's all of our substitutions already. That is loud. The applauding from the fans there was really loud. All the substitutions have been made now though. Might be a bit of an issue because Arsenal do have the ball. Starting an attack now. Odegaard to Gyökeres. Lewis Skelly to Marino, back to Lewis Skelly, back to Marino. Trossard to Skelly, saved by Martinez. Booted up. Harvey Elliott now has it to Sancho. Sancho cuts in his tackle by Norgard. Raya clears. Luca Digne wins it back by heading it to Torres. Sancho to Elliott. To Torres. Digne. Sancho puts the ball through to Ollie Watkins and he hits the post. Barkley to Marlon. Elliott to Sancho. Digne tries to play Sancho free, but Saka wins it back for Arsenal. Raya to Lewis Skelly. Skelly drives. Odegaard. Marino. Victor Gyökeres saved by Martinez. Stats are fairly even and we are currently drawing. It's now Josh Sargent. Cut across for Konsa. Harvey Elliott. Sancho. Luca Digne. Pal Torres. Back to Digne. Harvey Elliott. He's getting past the round well now. Sancho. Goes out of play. That wasn't very good, was it? Calafiora. Watkins wins it. Ollie Watkins, and it goes behind for a corner. Raya with a fantastic save. Watkins should be doing better. Now Bukayo Saka with a free kick. Headed away, but Trossard picks it back up. Christian Norgard into Martin Odegaard. Back to Norgard. Gabriel to Calafiora. Out wide to Trossard. Cut to Marino. Blocked and out for a corner kick for Arsenal. Ben White to Marino. Calafiora to Trossard. Marino. Ross Barkley wins it and Ollie Watkins gives it to Josh Sargent. Sargent cuts it across for Harvey Elliott, but Arsenal get there first. Kai Havertz takes the ball out of play. Just over 10 minutes to go. 1-1. Calafiora to Gabriel. Norgard back to Calafiora. Bukayo Saka. Emerichi Eze. Cuts it across and it's in by Kai Havertz. It's 2-1 Arsenal. And Arsenal get the second goal. Again, we look like the better team overall. Yeah, Arsenal find a way. Eze out for a corner. Martinez to Torres. Jadon Sancho, Ollie Watkins, Josh Sargent, Jadon Sancho, Lucas Digne, Sancho out for a corner. Sancho, Ross Barkley, Jadon Sancho, cleared away. Consort to Digne, saved by Raya. Cleared by Harvey Elliott, Ollie Watkins. Luca Digne is booked. Martin Odegaard. 3 minutes to go. Well, 2 now. Calafiora. Sancho wins it back. He's still going with it. Cuts it back to Digne. Over back to Sancho. Harvey Elliott. Ollie Watkins plays Josh Sargent through, but he misses it. And it is offside. And that was probably our last real chance to try and get a point out of this game. Saka goes down injured. And is he faking it or is he alright? Calafiore's taking his time. And that's it. A disappointing result again. And if we want to win, our last chance against Feyenoord. So we'll be back with the Feyenoord game. Okay, everyone. I think we're going to leave it here. I was intending on playing the next game, which is Feyenoord in the Europa League. However, the video's running a little bit over, and last time it ran over, it was way too long. So I am just going to play that on the live stream. And there's a lot more games, obviously, on the live stream. So if you do want to check that out, do check the Twitch, which is KDMCFC1. Make sure you follow, so when I do go live, you'll be able to see it. But I am going to leave it there. I don't think there's a video going out tomorrow, but I'm hoping to get at least 1 or 2 videos done for Sunday. Saturday I'm at the football, City v Newcastle, and I think on the Sunday there'll have be 1 or 2 FM videos up, and on the Saturday I won't be making one for this save. So the next video should be up on Sunday. Whether there's 1 or 2, I'm not sure yet. But that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.